Shopping for a GPS camera drone is messy because most of these claim 4K and easy flying, yet real footage and reliability vary a lot for the money. There's also that under 249-gram weight that skips FAA registration, which matters more than people expect. Let's sort out which one actually fits you. Let's get into it. Starting off at number 5, we've got the holy Stone HS600. And if you're nervous about flying something new without crashing it into a tree, this is where I'd point you first. For me, the strongest thing here is the GPS lock and how stable this drone holds in the air. Buyers say it again and again. It parks itself in position and barely drifts, even in moderate wind. That's the stuff that builds confidence when you're still learning. You get return to home, low battery return, and lost signal return, so the drone finds its own way back if things go sideways. Now, the camera. 4K at 30 frames, with a Sony sensor, a 2-axis gimbal, and electronic stabilization on top. In real-world footage, that combo keeps things smooth enough for travel clips and family stuff. It looks good for this class. I won't oversell it though. The footage doesn't reach the sharpness or low light range of premium drones, and the smart modes in the app feel a little less polished than top-tier brands. If you live and die by automated cinematic shots, that's the trade-off you're accepting here. But look at what you actually get for the money. 2 batteries in the box, and people report close to 28 minutes each in real flying. That's real flight time per outing, enough to practice angles and grab multiple clips without landing every 5 minutes. The transmission stretches out to around 10,000 feet too, with the image holding up over distance. One more thing that matters in 2026, it ships with integrated remote ID and meets the FAA requirement, so you're not bolting on an extra module to stay legal. At 541 grams, just know it sits in registration territory, so check your local rules before the first flight. My take, this is a genuinely smart entry point for beginners and weekend flyers who want a stable, safe GPS drone without paying premium prices. The link is in the description. Number 4 on the list is the DJI Mini 4K, and this is where the conversation gets serious. Because for a lot of people, this is the drone that just makes sense. Here's the part that matters most to me. It weighs under 249 grams. That keeps you out of FAA registration and remote ID for recreational flying, so you can pull it out of the bag and go. No paperwork, no module bolted on. For a first drone, that alone removes a ton of friction. Now the camera. 4K at 30 frames on a 3-axis gimbal, and that mechanical stabilization is the reason the footage holds up. Buyers consistently say it punches way above its price for social clips and even light client work. A few point out the 100 megabit bitrate gives cleaner, more detailed video than the cheaper Mini line. That tracks. Bitrate is where you actually see the difference once you start editing. And here's what Megan says. This is an entry-level drone, but honestly the perfect first step into aerial filming. It's so compact and light, I take it everywhere when I travel. For the features you get, the value is fantastic. That lines up with what I keep seeing. People who travel and vlog love that it lives in a jacket pocket and still shoots real 4K. The trade-off is the battery. DJI rates it around 31 minutes, but in real flying, especially with any wind, expect somewhere closer to 18 or 25. It's not a deal breaker. Just grab the multi-battery bundle if you want a proper shooting session. The other thing, the digital zoom gets soft fast, so you're better off flying closer than leaning on it. What you're really paying for here is DJI reliability. GPS, return to home, stable hovering, level 5 wind resistance, all in something this small. For beginners and travelers, that's a genuinely easy call. The link is in the description. Number 3 on the list is the Potensic Atom SE. Is a budget 4K GPS drone actually worth your money? For getting started, I think this one makes a strong case. The first thing that matters here is the weight, under 249 grams, so no FAA registration, no remote ID for recreational flying. You fold it up, drop it in a backpack, and go. For travel and hiking, that freedom is the whole point. Now the camera. 4K at 30 frames on a Sony sensor, and the footage comes out sharp enough for social clips and vacation video. Buyers consistently say it punches well above the price for casual filming. The catch, and it's a real one, there's no mechanical gimbal. Stabilization is purely electronic, so as long as your flying is smooth, the shake vanish system holds up fine. Push it in wind or fast moves and you'll see the difference against a 3-axis drone. And if this video is helping you sort through the options, subscribing really supports the channel and helps us keep these comparisons coming. On flight time, this is where it shines. 2 batteries in the box, around 31 minutes each on paper, closer to 26 in real flying. That's 2 solid sessions per outing to practice angles without rushing back to charge. For someone learning, that's huge. One honest pattern though, a handful of users mention app glitches and GPS or return-to-home behavior that didn't fully inspire confidence on longer flights. The general experience is positive, so this reads more like an occasional quirk than the rule. Straight up, I'd keep it within line of sight and sensible range rather than chasing that 4-kilometer claim. So who is this for? Beginners and budget-minded flyers moving up from a toy drone who want GPS auto-return and real 4K without spending big. As a first GPS camera drone, it's a smart, low-risk way in. The link is in the description. Number 2 on the list is the DJI Mini 3. This is the one I'd hand someone who wants pro-looking footage without learning to be a pilot first. The camera is the headline, a 1/1.3-inch sensor with an f1.7 lens, shooting real-world 4K at 30 frames. In practice, that bigger sensor means cleaner low-light footage and more room when you grade. Buyers keep saying the same thing. They pull sharp, usable clips straight off the card. For travel and social content, that's the sweet spot. Now the part that genuinely sets it apart. True vertical shooting. The camera physically rotates to 9:16, so your Reels and TikTok footage is real vertical 4K, not a cropped mess. If your content lives on a phone screen, you'll actually use this. Flight time is the other strength. Rated 38 minutes and up to 51 with the Plus battery. Just know the Plus pushes the weight over the 249-gram line, so you lose that no registration perk. And here's what Claire says. I get about 25 minutes on the standard battery and around 43 on the Plus one. It's less than the spec sheet, but way more than my old Mini ever gave me. That tracks with the wider pattern. Real numbers land under the rating, but still strong for this class. The trade-off you're accepting. No forward or side obstacle avoidance. Only downward sensors. So near trees or buildings, you're the safety system, not the drone. It also caps at 4K 30 and 8-bit, with no 60 frames or 10-bit like the Pro. For heavy color work or fast motion, that ceiling shows. For careful pilots and creators who want portability, vertical video, and serious endurance, this is an easy recommendation. The link is in the description. Before we reveal our number 1, be sure to check out the description below for the freshest deals on each of these items. Taking the top spot, the Potensic Atom and the Fly More combo. And it lands here for one reason: the value for money is genuinely hard to argue with. Remember the Atom SE earlier on the list? Same family, but this one fixes its biggest compromise. You get a real 3-axis brushless gimbal, not just electronic stabilization. That mechanical stabilization is why the 4K footage stays locked and steady, even when you push into level 5 wind. Smooth clips without babying the sticks. It shoots 4K at 30 frames on a Sony sensor, and the video comes out genuinely usable straight off the card, under 249 grams too. So no FAA registration, no remote ID for recreational flying. Fold it, drop it in a pocket, go. Now here's where the combo earns its name. 3 batteries in the box, plus a parallel hub that tops all 3 in about an hour and 20. Potensic markets 96 minutes total. Real talk, expect 20 to 30 per battery once wind and flying style come into play. But 3 packs means a full afternoon of shooting without racing back to charge. And here's what Marcus says. I throw this in my backpack for every camping trip, and the 4K footage looks fantastic for the money. Having 3 batteries means I never run out before the shot I want. When the value comes up that consistently, I trust it. You also get GPS return to home, visual tracking, and quick shots like rocket and boomerang for cinematic moves without the piloting skill. The PicSync 3 link holds a clean feed at distance too. The catch? That 6-kilometer range is a best-case number. In real conditions, I'd keep it within line of sight and sensible range. For travelers and budget creators who want stabilized 4K and plenty of flight time, this is the smart buy of the bunch. The link is in the description. Now you've got the criteria so you don't get burned by the first one that looks good. If you're just starting out and want stable, safe flying on a budget, number 5. If you travel light and want DJI reliability under the registration weight, number 4. And if you want the best value with a real 3-axis gimbal and batteries for a full afternoon, number 1. Amazon prices go up and down. Check them in the links in the description.